never done it before in Survivor history twist, the blood moon.
Yes.
If you're with a group
Yeah.
that you're not close with, but you have a close alliance that's just not in that group, then you're
Yeah.
cooked.
I'm gonna like throw up thinking about that because I was like, oh, I'm just eating Rick Devens.
So they really have the ultimate power in this game right now because
Yeah, that's crazy.
as they say, knowledge is power.
I just have to say, Sari was sitting right in front of me. Ozzy was like to the left, and then Rizzo was like back behind me. I was like, this is bonkers. This is bonkers. What's up, guys? It's Ava and Ivy, and today we are talking about Survivor 50, episode 6.
Yes. Big episode. And
Yes.
Ivy, do you
Oh
want
my
to tell
gosh,
the
yeah.
audience where you were during this episode?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I was at the Ron Clark Academy watch party. And so I was sitting in the audience with all of the cast members. So that was a crazy experience. I definitely have lots of funny videos of their reactions, and people were freaking out. People were freaking out as they should be. But yeah, it was definitely a great experience. So shout out everybody I met and great experience.
Yeah.
I'll like literally rant if I start talking about it, but
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll have some stories to share while we talk about these moments and like
for
seeing
sure.
people's reactions in real time. I mean, this was like the perfect episode to have like that big of an event. You know, I feel
No,
like everyone
literally.
was there. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But yeah, I guess let's get into the episode. Obviously, this is the merge episode, if you want to call it a merge. There's a lot
Yeah.
that went down. It was basically like a tribe swap for one day. Like, you know, like it was just,
Right.
I don't know. We'll get into it. But yeah, this was the biggest merge they've ever done. 17 people with only 14 days left. So you could see like the players were like, how is this going to work? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
And I guess before we get into the big twist, let's just talk about the interactions of everyone as soon as they all came to the same beach. Like, that was a crazy watch.
Right. And I feel like that was like exactly what the producers wanted, to like get all those people to interact with each other, because there's just so many characters and so much lore they all have that, like, I don't know, it was so crazy seeing them all interact.
And how quickly like information just was spreading from people to people. Like everyone is connected to someone. So it's like, and the first thing we see is just everyone talking about idol. Oh, so this person has this idol. Oh, this is the type of idol. Like we see Ozzy tell Emily and Christian that he has an idol to solidify that trust right before going into merge. But then like, as you can see, everyone just tells everyone what's going on. Because I mean, they all know each other, or most people know each other at least somewhat. So besides Rizzo, but clearly Rizzo.
Yeah, besides Rizzo,
well.
I know for sure. And I think the only like secret was Genevieve's idol that she gave to Rizzo, right? Like, he didn't know who he got it from. She didn't tell anybody. She was the one who found it. Yeah. So, but that stinks for everybody else who has an idol, because R.I.P. R.I.P. Ozzy, everybody knows about your idol, man.
Yeah. And he was like, well, there goes that plan.
Yeah.
Like that does suck, but I mean, I guess it's something that they should expect going into a merge with all of these previous players. We did see Christian say, I don't know, he said a lot, obviously, but he said, I'm happy to be with Rick Devens. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Bring them back together.
Yes, the bromance continues between Rick Devens and Christian Hibicki, and we needed that. We needed that. They've been apart too long. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what schemes they have up their sleeves now that they're together again. And
it does feel like they're slowly building it up. Like the editors threw in that reminder of, hey, this is what they've already done. They have like a fake hidden idol at Tribal. So that we know that's got to come eventually. That'll be crazy.
That's going to be, I'm just so excited to see that. That's going to be insane.
Yeah. And so, how we kind of wrapped up that initial merge, all those interactions. I'm going to address the Sari, Ozzy, and Rizzo alliance, and how Sari hit the line of, I'm in a poly relationship now with Rizzo and Ozzy. That cracked me up. Like, so unexpected, I feel like, too. That
was so good. At the watch party, during the commercial break for that part of the episode, they gave Sari a mic, and she started talking about how she needed Ozzy and Rizzo to work together. And so that's why she broke her number one rule and trusted Rizzo by telling him about the extra vote. So that was so sick. And I just have to say, like, as a fan, Sari was sitting right in front of me. Ozzy was like to the left, and then Rizzo was like back behind me. I was like, this is bonkers. This is bonkers. So it's crazy seeing that all play out. And is that when we see Ozzy find the Exile Island?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Oh, wait, yes.
Yes. So there's a scramble.
Yes. Yeah, that was the next
scramble.
thing, yeah.
And then obviously we see Ozzy end up finding it. And that was just so funny because he said, as long as it's not back to Exile Island.
Yeah. Yeah, that moment was so funny.
Yeah.
Saying it like right before he opens it too.
And you could see in his face too when he must have like clocked the Exile Island. And he goes, like, it's so funny.
Yeah. And I remember he said something like, has he never found an idol or anything during his time of Survivor? Because he literally said he was like, he said something of how, wow, like after 10 years, like I finally like found something. And then he says the line of, oh, I hope it's not like Exile Island. That would suck. And then it is. It's like, dang. And in that moment, I thought to myself, wow, just like the worst luck ever. But obviously turns out Exile Island was beneficial for this episode.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think that could have been so devastating if either of them honestly was there.
Yeah.
Like they could have.
Yeah.
Either one of them could have gone home, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's just funny how Ozzy takes Rizzo, and then I've seen so many memes on the internet already of Suri. Like, it's just like some meme where she's left out. And it's like Suri back on the island while her two besties are on exile.
Yeah, no, literally.
It's like someone like chilling.
Literally. I have something to say about Exile Island that they told us during the commercial break. Ozzy was talking about how him and Rizzo were on the island together, or on Exile Island together. And apparently during the night, Rizzo would get cold. And so Ozzy started building like a shelter, like a wall to block the wind from Rizzo, and would like wake up in the middle of the night and like start like building it up higher. Rizzo was saying he would just like wake up at random times and just see Ozzy just stacking it up so Rizzo would stop like shivering.
So funny. That reminds me of the moment where like Rizzo sleeps in the boat and Charlie comes up and like, Charlie knocked on my boat. Like, that was so funny to me. But yeah, Rizzo just sleeps in the boat. Clearly he doesn't like the wind.
Yeah, clearly.
Which I guess I wouldn't either. But that's another thing about like Suri, Ozzy, and Rizzo. I'm pretty sure they're the only three people at this point in the game that know about every single advantage or idol that's out there.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
Because Suri, Rizzo, and Ozzy are the only ones that know about the extra vote. And then they also know where all three of the idols currently lie. The only thing that Rizzo, I guess, didn't know was that Genevieve sent it to him, but I guess that doesn't really matter now.
Right. Yeah.
So they really have the ultimate power in this game right now because
that's crazy.
As they say, knowledge is power. Knowledge
is, as they say. It's just such a good alliance. I was just so happy to see. Wow, what a team! What a team working together, and it'll be so interesting to see how the rest of this plays out now.
Yeah, and I guess that brings us into the challenge and the big, never done it before in Survivor history twist: the Blood Moon.
Yes, the Blood Moon. So we kind of clocked it.
Yeah, we kind of did. That's what I looked back at our podcast, and we were like, what if they eliminate 3 people to get it down to an even number? And then they literally did that. We were like, oh, so we predicted it. Whatever.
We're Survivor experts.
Yeah.
We can say, no big deal, no big deal.
Yeah. But when Jeff started saying like total lunar eclipse, like ancient history, I was like, okay, we're laying out the basis, or what is it gonna be? But honestly, it made it pretty scary. But I feel like they had to do that, especially if they're gonna use this in the future, which I don't know if they will, just because of the fan reaction that we had. Which then again, listen, I just really feel like there's no pleasing the fans. Like, there will always be hate on something new that Survivor tries. And Jeff even laid it out, like, this is new, like, never done before, like, you gotta add new things in eventually, basically like laying it down gently for the fans, and still there's just so much backlash. And I think some of the backlash came from having such strong players being voted out, which I do understand. Like, I think it's just like a horrible situation, like luck of the draw type of situation. Like, if you're with a group that you're not close with, but you have a close alliance that's just not in that group, then you're cooked. And that's what we saw happen.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's like almost like you're defenseless. And because you can't find your own idols this season, it's like I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but like Genevieve, that just sucks. Like, she found 2 idols but couldn't keep either one, so she had like no protection. So it's like,
Right.
dang, there's nothing really you can do to protect yourself because you can't find an idol for yourself, you know?
Mhm. Yeah. It was literally luck of the draw in this
Yeah.
scenario. I think it's, like, a cool concept, but yeah, it's
Uh,
just the people that went home, I guess. But anyway, we'll talk about it later. Talking about the challenge, obviously, Ozzy and Rizzo aren't there, so that was obviously a relief, though, once I heard the whole lay down, like, the whole concept of what's going on, just because, obviously, we both you have both of them. Oh, wait. Well, we both just love Rizzo, and you have Ozzy on your tribe, so that was nice for us.
mhm.
And then it ended up being, like, the wall hold challenge. Is there a name for that?
I don't know if there is
I
one.
don't know. I don't know, but that's what it was. I mean, any notes from that challenge? Oh, the reward was
Yeah.
Applebee's, which we had the entire Applebee's menu
Yeah.
read out for us.
No, literally. Yeah, the shark tank or whatever it
Shark
was,
Bowl. The
yeah,
Shark
the shark
Tank?
bowl. Oh
Yeah, the
yeah,
Shark Bowl.
wait, yeah, Shark Tank. But yeah, the shark bowl, like that was okay, ad in the middle of
Yeah.
Survivor. But okay, yeah, I have one thing to say about the challenge, and that was that I've seen some stuff online, but Christian like low key cheated.
Really?
Like, Jeff laid out the fact that and here's the thing, like, if it's not called out and, like, production didn't do anything, then maybe there's something as an audience we don't know. So it's like, okay, maybe he didn't, like, actually cheat, but according to the rules that we saw as viewers, he did cheat because Jeff said you can't use your shoulders, you can't use whatever, or, like, you can't use anything but, like, your arms. And Christian, there's, like, a shot of him fully just, like, leaned up against the whole side of his thing trying to
Mhm.
stay up. And so I saw some people on, like, TikTok talking about how, like, how is that not cheating? Like, how is he not disqualified for that? Which,
Mm.
yeah, maybe we don't know something, you know? I wanna give Christian the benefit of the doubt on that, but I thought that was interesting because it definitely does look like he was
I
fully
feel
just
like
leaning
that's
against the
technically
side.
your arm, though. Like, if you're on your
Yeah, well,
shoulder,
there
like,
was,
that's
like
your arm.
I'll have to show you the picture because I saw, like, 2 different things where it was, like, something where he was like this, and then some where it was like, okay, like, he was
Mm.
just, like, fully leaning against it, but, I mean, we only see the one I mean, it was from the one angle, the picture I saw, so it's like, you know, maybe there's something I'm missing, but I thought that was interesting because
It's
I also didn't
interesting
know in
because
that challenge you can't lean against it. I
that's
don't
the
know if
thing, yeah,
that's
because
always been a
I know,
rule.
like, they definitely make it clear that during transition, like, you can do whatever,
Mhm.
but yeah, during, like, when you're up there and, like, holding, you shouldn't be using anything else. So, yeah, I wonder if anyone will ever address that, but I
Yeah.
guess if production didn't call it out and there's clear, like, footage of it in the episode, then it has to be legal, right? Because then
Right,
it just
yeah.
causes an uproar with, literally what's
Right.
going on TikTok. So,
Right, yeah, and so,
yeah.
yeah, there must be something we don't know or something we didn't see, but, yeah, I thought that was interesting because I don't know, but the rest of it, I don't know. I don't know if I have anything else to say about the other teams who did it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have anything, like, from the actual challenge. I think we forgot to mention that the jury begins after tonight, so whoever's voted
Oh,
out
yeah.
tonight isn't on jury, and that's, like that 1, it sucks, obviously, for whoever gets voted out, but 2, it's gonna be a huge jury, and it puts in everyone's minds, like, "Okay, well, who do I not want on the jury?" And I think that's what
Right,
really
yeah.
drove the votes for these vote outs, like, because
Yeah.
this person isn't gonna I think it was later in the episode when I think it might have been Devins that said I forget who he was talking about, but he was like, "Honestly, I don't think they would vote for me at the end of this game." I forget who he called
Mhm.
out, but so that's why he would target people, which makes sense. I mean, this is your last chance to get a person you quote unquote either don't like or just don't think they play the same type of
Yeah.
game as you out.
Yeah,
So,
which, I mean, I feel like that plays out really well for Aubrey,
mhm.
because we already knew who she was beefing with,
Yeah.
but
Okay, yeah, but besides I mean, in the challenge, we see, Dee wins, but drops right after, so she doesn't get reward, and then Christian wins his group, and then it's Steph versus Chrissy, and Steph ends up winning, and they get to go to the Applebee's reward. And I remember Jeff hit a line where he was like, something about, "Oh, Steph's gonna be in pain, but it'll be a lot easier with a shark bowl." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this freaking Applebee's ad." But okay,
oh
Jeff,
my
sure.
gosh.
I mean, you're not wrong, I guess. You're not
Yeah,
wrong.
I guess not.
I have a question. Do you like Steph?
I do, I do. I think that
Okay.
I think she's good. I feel like we haven't gotten a ton of screen time from her, obviously, and I really don't know too much about her other seasons, if I'm being honest, but I don't know. I think she's a good competitor. I mean, obviously, we see her pull through on this challenge. But yeah, she was there last night and she was super, or not last night. When was that? She was there. She was at the watch party and she was super nice. So yeah, I definitely like Steph.
Yeah,
What
there's a
about
lot
you?
of I mean, I don't have anything against her. Like I honestly didn't know her before this season. But there's just a lot going around about her right now. And it's like, have you seen any of that?
I've seen a little bit, not to get too ahead, but the alliance that voted out Camilla, I've seen some stuff about how people just aren't the biggest fans of them three. I don't know if that's what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I mean, yeah, and like what she's said and done in the past. And like, I mean, there's other Survivor players calling her out on social media right now about like
Oh, dang.
how she just shouldn't be there, which I don't know a lot about the backstory, and I'm only hearing it from those people's sides of the story, but I wonder if that has to do with why Steph isn't getting as much screen time, which then again, I guess that goes back to like the whole girls not getting a lot of screen time, but I don't know. I'm just curious if that'll affect the edit moving forward with
Huh.
everything coming out about her. So
Yeah, I don't know
I
if I
don't
know
know.
what you're talking about, so I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I don't want to speak on it because I don't really know a lot about it, but yeah, feel free to the audience too. Everyone go do your research and see what I think it was Eliza. I forget what season she's on, but she's a lawyer or an attorney or something, and she's been speaking out about it. Honestly,
Huh.
for ever since Steph got announced that she was on Survivor 50, Eliza's been speaking out about it. So it really could be like just beef that Eliza has with Steph, or it could be bigger. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just feel like that should be addressed. But yeah, going back to the episode, we see Steph ultimately wins and they go to their reward. And we see Tiff, like the ultimate breakdown was Tiff was happy to be with Camille and Jonathan because they think that they're holding 3 strong in this group of 5. And Tiff is after Chrissy. So again, this is when the point of bringing up it's like it's truly who you don't want on the tribe or on the jury. Sorry, I think Tiff said that. Another note I had was Chrissy tells Camila that like she knows Jonathan and Tiff are going to vote for her and that she doesn't take it personally. So Chrissy like almost accepted her fate in that moment at least. Like she thought, okay, well, I'm done. Like I'm going out. But then Chrissy's like, but like I'm gonna go for Camila. And it is so funny how they edited it. Like she was literally like, yeah, I'm done. It's done for. Whatever.
Yeah.
What?
No, I know. I ate that up, and she goes, "But I don't think that's gonna happen." Or she's like, "Yeah, I could go home, whatever." But she goes, "I don't think that's gonna happen." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I feel like that in my brain, that's such like a classic play in Survivor. Like at this point, where like people just are like, "Yeah, like I'm going home, but like let's make it a really chill day. Like I don't want it to be anything." And then they're secretly like doing the most without anybody knowing. But yeah, I honestly didn't expect which way. I didn't have a prediction on which way I thought it was gonna go. Like I felt like I honestly had no clue for that tribe.
Yeah, I honestly didn't want it to be Camila.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. Nothing against Chrissy at all, but like Camila,
yeah, we're just Camilla fans.
Yeah.
We're just Camilla fans. And I know I just felt so bad she was so blindsided by it, you know? It's like, dang. Why did Jonathan have to do that? Literally, why did Jonathan do that?
Yeah. And like listen, I can see it from Jonathan's point of view. Like I don't want to go against Camila, you know, like moving forward. I guess I think we should the best way to address it is like going tribe by tribe and talking about their vote outs since they all went to tribe anyway or tribal anyway. So I've been watching a lot of Camila's exit interviews and how she basically said she had nothing good to say when she was voted out. And like production basically was like really trying to pull something positive out of her when she got voted out, which I get it. Like that really does suck. And it's just going out in this way as a player, I would be like, wow, this is just so unfair. Because going back to our original conversation of just how this was basically a tribe swap and then it's luck of the draw, at basically what it kind of was for Camila. And I really wanted to see a lot more screen time from her. She's a huge gamer, and I love how she plots things out and thinks like 5 steps ahead. So it's really unfortunate to see her go home this early, honestly.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think I saw like the same interview you're talking about where she was saying like she was just really upset about the pre-gaming that happened for Survivor 50. And like I would be too. Like obviously like her, Rizzo, Savannah, Joe, like they're all like brand new to this and like to the Survivor like world in a way. So it's like obviously they're not going to be as connected as like people, someone like Coach, you know, like he doesn't like nobody's going to know as many people. It just sucks. It just sucks for them because they're so new, so they're not as connected. So when it comes to pre-gaming, they're just automatically at a disadvantage because they don't know as many people. They're not as in the Survivor world yet. And so that definitely sucks. And I honestly wonder so many things about the pre-gaming that we've like heard about. And like, is that allowed? Like, were they like allowed to do that? Like, I guess they found out who the cast was. I don't know. I feel like that there should have been something in there where like they're disqualified, but maybe it was too many people to like take out.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, it's just how would they know? How would they even stop it? Like, these people are friends with each other. Some people have known each other for like 5, 10 plus years. So like there's really no stopping it. I think it was definitely to be expected. And, you know, I mean, I guess we know from like being in the Beast Games world, when you're in that circle, you hear everything. Like word spreads like wildfire. And as a previous Survivor player, I'm gonna ask, like I would ask you, hey, I'm going on 50? Like, what's going on here?
No, literally.
You know,
so it's like, yeah, I get how easily it happens. That just sucks. That just sucks for the newbies because it's like, dang, well.
And I'm sure Camila and Kyle had some crazy plan at Merge to freaking come together, but obviously we didn't see that happen. So, just so unfortunate. Oh, that was another thing with her and Kyle, which bringing up a cookie. On her story this morning, it was just like, her cookie like broke apart, but it was a cookie with Kyle on it, and it said like, I don't know, like shattered in pieces or something, or like Kyle was broken, something. So, and I was just like, why is this girl so funny? She's so funny.
I'm dead.
I feel like there's something else that she said.
You mean a cookie like this? You mean a cookie like that?
Are you gonna eat Ozzy?
I don't know if I can. I don't know. Should I just keep it at this point?
I mean, yeah, but like,
it's gonna go bad.
Is it gonna? Yeah, like,
yeah.
Like, do you want a moldy Ozzy?
No, I don't want a moldy Ozzy. But at one point, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny to me because they had cookies of like all like the 50 people, and at one point I was literally just hungry, so I went and grabbed one and I was eating it, and I just realized I was like, oh, I'm just eating Rick Devens, like talking to different people, and I was like, why does that feel like? Oh wait, why did you pick Rick Devens? Like, why did you pick? Like, you know, like, it was funny seeing who everybody picked.
With all them there. Okay, wait, let's talk about it a little bit though, because I'm sure the audience would want to hear it. I guess I'll ask, like, maybe favorite interaction or favorite person you met.
Wait, I'm gonna geek out.
I know that's like hard, but
I'm gonna geek out.
Try to start with one and then do top 3. Top
okay,
3
well, I mean, if you've ever seen one of our videos from 50, you know who one of my favorite players is of this whole season, and that's none other than Ozzy, of course. So met Ozzy. He was so chill. He was so nice. But yeah, he was definitely like the person that feels like the most like unreal to me in my mind, because I was like, oh my gosh, it's Ozzy. Like, it's freaking Ozzy. But he was super nice. Shout out Ozzy. Dang, that's hard. It was really hard.
Right, Ozzy for sure, and then
Ozzy. Obviously, it was great to connect with Savannah and Sophie, getting to see them, because, you know, we know they see our stuff online. We got to talk to them a little bit, but it was nice to finally meet them in person. They were super sweet. And then, I guess
I'm
like
jealous.
Wait, I know. I can't believe you weren't there.
I know, but when you sent me the selfie with Savannah and Sophie B, I was like, wow.
Yeah,
be there.
I know. I was like, dang.
Yeah, but anyway.
And I guess, okay. And this stinks because there's definitely so many interactions, like some bigger than others, like some were just like really casual. But I guess like the most hype moment was when, so I've been talking to Liz God, of course. And then Rizzo came over, and so I was like, I was like, can I get a picture with you guys? Whatever. They were so nice. And then Rizzo just turns to me. He goes, you were on Beast Games. And I was like,
me?
Yes. And he was like, and you have like a podcast. I was like, yes. So it is confirmed. Rizzo has watched some Ava Ivy content. He's seen our clips. He's seen us talk about him. He's seen us. We talked a little bit about how I told him how hype we are at the potential of a Riz God Mr. Beast interaction. So shout out Rizzo. You know, Ava and Ivy got your back, and you gotta make it to the Mr. Beast episode. That's all we're asking right now. You gotta make it there. You gotta make it there.
And here's the thing with these interactions, like it makes us so nervous because I'm like, wait, what have I said about this person? Like every time I've met a Survivor player, I'm like, wait, did I say something bad about their game? Probably.
I know.
But
I know.
Also say good things.
Yeah. Yes. And that's the thing.
Rizzo, I feel like we've never said anything bad, low-key.
Yeah, no, I think we have only said good things about Rizzo, right?
Let me backtrack on that. Because I remember when we first met Riz God, we saw his intro video, we were like, oh boy, Riz God? Oh boy. But then as soon as we actually got quote unquote got to know him in the episodes, we liked him. So that was the only time where we were like, scared. But I feel like that's how everyone is with Rizzo. You know, you immediately first thing you hear is R-I-Z-G-O-D Riz God, baby. And it's like, oh, okay, God, okay. But then you get to know him. He's a cool guy. So
yes, cool guy. But yeah, talking about that, and I'm not gonna name a name, obviously, but I did have some people from some other seasons tell me that they've seen our clips on TikTok, they've seen a little bit of our stuff, our podcast, and I have to admit, one of those people who told me that, I'm not gonna lie, I was a hater on our podcast of them, and so they told me that, and my eyes probably grew like twice the size. I was like, You've seen our clips of your season? They said, yeah.
Oh. Cool.
Oh. Have you? Oh, that's good. That's good. So yeah, I guess this is like a lesson in a way. It's like, dang, whatever we say, they could hear it. Cause yeah, I heard from a good amount of people. They've seen our clips on TikTok. They've seen us talk about their season. So people are gonna see the good or the bad of what we say.
Yeah.
So that's
But here's the thing.
Intimidating.
I think everyone that watches Survivor nitpicks on everyone's gameplay and everyone's stuff that happens. And sometimes it's the editing, sometimes it's other things. But I don't think we've ever really said anything like so bad where I'm like,
yeah, I think we
hate this
primarily person. Yeah, and we understand an edit. We understand edits can be deceiving. Sometimes the edit wants you to dislike somebody or find somebody annoying. So I think that's been the disservice of some of these players.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but okay, that reminds me, I have to say it, but I met Shaheen, and
but this conversation
amazing.
Was not about Shaheen.
Oh, this was not about Shaheen. No, I've said
it's
great
like
things.
You were like, this reminded me of Shaheen.
Wait, no, but no, we said great things about Shaheen. He was my winner pick of his season. Yeah. Just for clarity, nothing bad about Shaheen. There was nothing bad about Shaheen. That's not who this story is about. But he was so nice. He was so kind. And yeah, that's my winner pick for. That was my winner pick for 48. So shout out Shaheen.
Shout out. Did you get a picture with him? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. It's on my Instagram.
Go check it out.
Go look at that. But yeah, there's a ton of legends there. And so it was definitely, God. How have I not mentioned this? Parvati was there.
That's scary.
And so just so everybody knows, for clarity purposes, what happened is I went to this tour. I got invited to go to this tour of where the watch party was happening before. And so it was literally me and all of the Survivor players. And so I was super, super intimidated. It was super crazy. And I remember I was already feeling a little bit nervous. You know, I see like all these people around me, whatever. Parvati walks in and I was like, I was at a loss. I was like, I don't even know what to say now. I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But I got a picture with her. And that's honestly the most amount of courage I could muster up to talk to her was just to ask for a picture. Cause I was like, she's literally who I think of when I think of Survivor. So I was like, this is insane. Like, no way she's here. But yeah, great experience. Everybody was nice. I had no bad interactions with anybody. Super great. There was a ton of people there too, like fans. And so
yeah, it looked so crowded.
It was so crowded. But I got to be in the VIP room. So imposter syndrome, like peak imposter syndrome, being in a VIP room with all of the players and then me.
Yeah. That was another point that I was literally about to bring up. If you think of where we were a year ago to now, like we were literally just fans of Survivor, guys. And then we just started a podcast, and literally from just posting, we've gotten this far, and now we're literally, I mean, we're friends with a lot of Survivor players, and it's just like crazy to even think about. We were literally just fans, and now look at us. Ivy's in the VIP section. We're on let's just say some texting basis with some Survivor players. It's just crazy.
Literally crazy.
It's just crazy. Yeah. So we went from fans to friends with some people, not everyone, obviously, guys. But here's the thing: I feel like we're kind of giving like how Rizzo was at Merge on 50.
Yeah,
you know, like we're literally fangirling, but at the same time, like we want to be friends. So it's like, do I fangirl and just get a picture and then run away and be nervous, or do I like become friends with this person? It's just it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And it's hard to navigate that dynamic of like somebody you've just seen on TV for so long, or somebody like you look up to so much, and it's like it's just shocking. It's just shocking, and it's like, but they're also a person, and we're also we have the same wristband on. We're in the same event. I got access too, and so definitely crazy. But yeah, I had that moment when I was talking to Rizzo. I kind of like realized, I was like, dang, like he kind of knows exactly the feelings that I'm having about all of this, because he went from being like a super fan to then being in it. And so that's kind of how I felt. I was like, okay, like he gets it. He gets like the kind of space I'm in right now. Obviously, we're not on Survivor, but like, you know, it's still kind of relatable.
Yeah. And like that's also, this is the last thing I'll say on it, but it's like, am I like when I go meet someone, for example, I'm like, do I act chill? Do I act like I know them, or do I just fangirl? And here's the answer to that. I feel like if you're a fan, just be a fan. Like there's nothing embarrassing about being a fan of someone. And I'm sure like when we had, not to say like we're famous or anything, but when we were at a watch party and people would come up to us and like ask for a picture, you know, that's like the craziest feeling in the world. Like this person wants a picture with me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people appreciate that, besides like Chappell Roan. But like everyone else, everyone else, like I mean, I appreciate that. So, especially in the reality world, like it's so niche. You know, it's not like you're famous like worldwide, you know? So I don't know.
Right, 100%. Yeah,
I think being
crazy.
a fangirl is a good thing.
Yeah, you're right. I like that perspective, Ava. I like that perspective. So when are we going to our next Survivor event together again?
Right. Yeah, we need to figure that out. Especially if we're, well, maybe, just maybe, just maybe we make it to the live finale. Just maybe. Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. Because we need to do at least one more event before 50 ends, and like, why not? Why not
the finale?
The live finale.
Why not the finale? Yeah, that's the goal right now. It's like
we'll see.
We'll see.
But anyway, should we go back to
trash
talking more players?
Yeah, wait, yes.
So I guess the next group we can address is Colby's group.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about Colby's.
That was so sad.
I know, and I'm glad that they had like a moment addressing like just how sad that is, because honestly that sucks for like having to be the one voting him out too, knowing like what you're doing. Like I felt so bad for Dee when she was talking about like the guilt she was feeling, because that's hard. Like, you know, you have to vote somebody out, but you also feel like you're taking their dream away and like maybe his final opportunity, you know. So that was so sad. But I honestly think like if it's between Colby and Coach, Colby's probably going to go home anyways because of his injury. So it's like, at least you're letting Coach stay a little bit longer to keep chasing that, whereas Colby was probably going to end up going home soon anyways.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, I mean, we saw it play out in the episode. From a strategic standpoint, Dee was kind of right. Like, why, like, vote out Coach, and then Colby will go home a few days later, which I know that's, like, annoying to think that way and whatever, but it's true. And it's like you're basically taking out two, like, pretty big competitors, legends, out of the game. So that would have been crazy to go. But then I think it was Suri that was like, wait, but Colby's a better vote. I honestly don't know when I can't remember when it exactly switched, but I'm pretty sure it was like Suri that switched the vote from Coach to Colby.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But at the same time, that might have just been editing, because I did see Colby's exit interview, and he said he knew he was going home before Tribal even happened. And in Tribal Council, obviously they didn't show it in the episode, but Jeff asked everyone, like, is it, like, who are you voting for? And they said Colby. So they knew who it was before the votes were read. And I think that's why Colby was able to have, like, that big moment basically having like a goodbye speech. And also to add on, like Colby didn't have a vote and he can't play a shot in the dark. So he's literally a sitting duck, like he said. And I think that's why he accepted his fate so quickly. He literally couldn't do anything about it. So
he literally had no move at that point. So that just stinks. This is so off topic, but related to Colby. But I've seen so many TikToks like today about about like Colby, and people are like, wait, hear me out, like Colby's hot. Or like, wait, has anybody ever noticed that like Colby's actually attractive? And it's like, bro, we're talking about Colby. We're literally talking about Colby. Like, people are naming their children after him. Like, and you're just saying like, wait, hear me out. He's kind of hot. Like, bro, people had that realization 25 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny because it was like, wait. What?
Do you think Colby from Sam and Colby was named after Colby?
Low-key, because that would add up, right? Like, he's how old? Like,
probably, I think.
I don't know. Yeah. Like, I could see it.
Maybe. That's the only other Colby I know, so could be true.
Yeah, me too.
Could be true. But sorry, Colby. Rip Colby. Wait, what's his last name?
I want to say Donaldson. Why do I want to say Donaldson? Is that right?
Wait.
I'm thinking of Jimmy.
Maybe
well, no, I'm not
Jimmy.
thinking of Jimmy. But why does Colby Donaldson sound right?
It's something son. Because Jeff snuffed his torch and he was like, son?
Donaldson,
One last time. Oh, okay. One last time, Donaldson.
One last time. That was really sad.
Yeah, that was sad.
I've seen so many edits of Colby getting voted out.
Yeah. Right.
I guess I didn't need to drop that lore, but I did.
Oh, yeah, you just exposed your fort. Oh, wait, that's another thing that actually I've been meaning to bring up to you. We've had this discussion, but I don't think that you watch the videos that I send you on TikTok.
Oh.
And I wanted to bring it up earlier because I know I sent you that video about Stephanie. I know I did.
Oh, you did? Okay. Now I know I gotta go back. I'm just such an Instagram girl. I'm such an Instagram girl.
No, that's a lie, Ivy. That's a lie. I'm gonna call you out because this morning, I get a notification. You get a notification from TikTok, and it says, Ivy liked a post that you reposted. So I was like, oh, so she's on TikTok, but she's not looking at my messages. Interesting. So I'm calling you out in front of the public, in front of the world.
Yeah, I gotta get on my TikTok. Is it a direct message still on TikTok? Yeah, direct message grind. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And so now I have no excuse. I have to go watch all the TikToks you've sent me.
Yeah. But I get it. I probably send you. Okay, go ahead.
You know what my blood moon is? Checking TikTok. And checking TikTok, I did in fact do last night and this morning, but that's a rare occurrence for me. But yes, you're right. I'll grind those out. I think the last time I went through the TikToks you had sent me, it was like 50, and I was just like going through like them. I was like, this one's funny, that one's funny. Yes, this one's good.
Okay, here's the thing. I know I send you all the TikToks because I know you would like them.
Yes, and I do like them.
But maybe it seems like a lot because you only open them once every blood moon.
Yeah, if I was checking current, it would be not as much as
because sometimes I'll even go through the extra effort of I'm going way off topic here now, but sometimes I'll go through the extra effort of even typing out a little message with the video saying something that to bring up a combo, and I get ghosted by Ivy herself. So yeah, just thought everyone should know that.
Oh, yes.
So yeah. So anyway.
Is this our first public fight?
Yeah. Ava and Ivy are fighting. The girls are fighting.
So when Ava and Ivy is dismantled in the next week, you'll be like, I know exactly why this happened.
Yeah, when it's just end.
Yeah, when it's just why. Yeah. That's your sign.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll veer off this topic and talk about the final tribal council.
Oh yeah.
Of episode 6, which is Genevieve. Unfortunately, let me review here. I think Genevieve originally wanted to go for Rick Devens, and so she pitched that to Joe. But then we see Genevieve also wants to work with Christian, so she pitches to Christian to get out Rick Devens. Big mistake there, because Devens is Christian's number one ally. And maybe she didn't see that or know that or hear that from other people, but I mean, clearly that didn't work out for her. So yeah, we see Christian kind of not mastermind, but kind of just convince Genevieve that it's not her. They're not going to be voting for her, putting on his acting skills, I guess. But then we see Devens kind of throw Joe's name out there, which had me panicking a little bit because I can't have Joe go home yet. I can't.
That'd be devastating to our fantasy tribe.
Yeah. And that's like I said, or call back to the earlier thing I said in the podcast. Devin said about Joe, like Devin said, I don't want Joe on the jury because I don't think he'll vote for a game like mine, which is very true.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. And I forgot they had their whole like little like beef thing on their own island.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah. But in the end, we see that it comes back down to Genevieve, and she even played her shot in the dark because she knew it was coming.
Yeah, and I guess Aubrey finally got her moment to take Genevieve out after they've been, low-key beefing, or high-key beefing, actually, the whole season.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. And I thought it was really classy, though, that Genevieve gave Aubrey her jacket. Like, that was kind of like, and to give it to Aubrey, too, instead of like somebody maybe she, like Christian, like who she thought she might be working with, or she might whatever. Like, to give it to Aubrey, like, okay, yeah, you defeated me. Like, you settled this. I really like that. But obviously, it's so sad seeing Genevieve go home, and so devastating to my fantasy tribe. So
yeah, she was on mine too. She was number 7. So I just lost my last 2 picks over the past 2 episodes.
Dang.
Fortunately, where was she for you?
I don't know. I don't know. She might have been like my last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. But Charlie was pretty up there for you now.
Yeah, Charlie was high up there. Charlie was really high.
That's unfortunate.
I know.
Yeah. And I guess just also like to close this out, like going back to how she literally found 2 idols and then couldn't keep them and then gets voted out, like, oh, that just hurts.
I know.
That just hurts. And it sucks because she was also like very open-minded this season. Like she wanted to play differently than how she played in her last season, about how she wanted to make more friends, and then she just didn't really have that opportunity.
I know.
Because she got out right when merge happened. So
dang. Yeah.
Sad.
Poor Genevieve. Yeah, would have definitely loved to see her get to play longer.
Yeah. But I guess to bring up the mood, we have 14 players left, and now we know that everyone moving forward will be on the jury, so we won't miss anyone too much. At least we'll see them at tribal council. But so how many people does that put on the jury at the end? 11?
Yeah.
If there's final 3, so it would be 11 people. Ooh, interesting.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
But I'm glad to see it, though. Like, it'll just be fun still getting to see the people.
Right, and it's like a smart move, like production-wise, because, fans are watching because they're fans of these people, so you kind of want to see them involved. And it's nice that like these legends will have a say in like the final vote. At the live finale. Oh, yeah. Wait, we need to go.
Wait, we have to go. CBS.
Please. If you're watching.
Please.
Please. Wait, did you see a preview?
Yeah, there was like, honestly, I didn't get anything from that preview. I just know Coach was like paranoid.
Oh yeah, I think that's the only thing they kind of showed.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised. I really thought it was about to be the Mr. Beast episode.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. So
dang. Yeah, we're on episode 6. Was there 12 episodes or is there 13 this season?
Ooh, I don't
know either, but basically we're halfway through the season. So yeah, maybe it'll be episode 8. Maybe.
That'd be crazy. That's gonna be so good.
Yeah, that'll be good. But do you have anything else for this episode, or any final stories from the watch party that the fans would enjoy?
You see, the thing is, I have so many stories that I gotta let me see if there's any like final things I can think of that I just feel like I should share.
Yeah.
Do you have any that I told you that you think I should say? Because I'm gonna be honest, it felt like a fever dream, because it was like when I first got to, because I was there, like I was with all these people for 12 hours. For 12 hours. And so when I first got there, it was like, even the casual interactions, I was still like internally like freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, like I just had a conversation with this person. I just talked to this person. And then in my head, I was like making mental notes. And then it had just been so many interactions and so many people and so long. I was like, I don't even remember half of the stuff that I found crazy at the beginning of the day,
Right.
So
yeah,
it was a lot. But I guess another person that I really enjoyed talking to was Rob C. That was super fun.
Oh, yeah.
And as we know, he's into Beast Games. And so I got to talk to him about Beast Games and our podcast and everything. And he was super great. Loved talking to him. So yeah, shout out Rob.
Do you want to like list off everyone that you can like remember you saw.
Yeah. Oh dang. I wish I had. I might have to pull up my own Instagram real quick to like remind myself.
While you get the pictures loaded, we'll just read off our Fantasy Tribe updates real quick. This was for week 5, so obviously, again, like we always say, this episode wasn't included yet. But I am in 70th place with 1,296 points. So still top 100. Let's go. And then Ivy, do you know what place you're in?
Am I in 30th?
Yeah, you're in 30th place.
Let's go. Let's go.
1,350 points.
Let's freaking go. That's huge.
Let's freaking go.
I don't know if I think I'm gonna start going a little bit backwards now, I'll be honest, because Genevieve's a tough loss, and I'm surprised the Charlie vote hasn't affected me more. But yeah. So I'm enjoying 30th place while I'm here.
For now. I just had the terrorizing thought of, now that Colby's out, Joe, Coach, and Colby are not gonna be powering together. So that makes me nervous for Joe, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. No.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
What?
Real quick, I forgot this one moment. The cut clip, I don't know if you saw, of Rizzo and Joe having a really big moment right when they met. Did you see that cut clip?
I don't remember. No. Oh no, I didn't see it. If it's cut.
Basically Rizzo brought up how he's out on Survivor for his brother who's autistic, and so when he had a conversation with Joe, like, he was just saying how much he respected him, and then Rizzo started crying, and there was Rizzo had a confessional crying about how inspirational Joe is to like him and his brother, and so there's a huge bond there and mad respect between those two that we didn't see at all in the episode. So that's a possible like connection, alliance even maybe to note. So maybe Rizzo will carry Joe forward for us.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I forgot about that, but that's just another thing to note.
Yeah, I can't believe they cut that. That stinks. That's a good moment.
Mm-hmm. Wait, was Joe there at RCA?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was.
Did you talk to him at all?
No. No. I think he got there like a little bit late. Who else?
Okay. From Ivy's Instagram post, she met Ozzy, obviously. Christian.
Yes. Christian.
Savannah and Sophie.
Sophie. Rizzo. We got Liz God, Devins. Then who was there? Who was there next?
Are you gonna remember the exact order of your post?
I low-key think I almost can. I forgot who's
next. Who's next? Well, it's a video, but then it's you and Parvati.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay, yeah. Me, Parvati. I don't know if he's next, but Xander was there as well.
He's not next, but close.
Gosh, who's after Parvati?
Should I say it?
Yeah.
It's Shaheen.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah.
And then
Shaheen,
it's
Xander. And then Spencer. But he doesn't go by Spencer anymore. He goes by Riemann. And then there is Aubrey. I don't know if Oh.
Well, it was Aubrey and then Raymond.
Oh, okay. Aubrey, Riemann, and then
it's gonna get tough here.
Know. Oh, gosh, I think you have to tell me.
Okay, it's Tag is next.
Oh, Tag, yeah,
and then Camila.
Mm-hmm.
Then Savannah, which I'm now noticing her boyfriend is it? I don't know. I don't think they're.
Oh
married.
Yeah, he's like.
Are they married?
I don't think they're married. I think they might be engaged.
Okay. Yeah, but him in the background. Actually, I just noticed that.
Yeah.
And then Sugar.
And then Ozzy again, and then Johnny Fairplay.
Caleb, you forgot.
Oh, Caleb. Okay, yeah, Caleb, Johnny Fairplay. And
that's it.
I talked to, and that's the thing, like, I had moments where I'd be talking to somebody for a long time, and then I would realize, I was like, I didn't even get a picture with them. Like, that's crazy. Like, I talked to Ethan for a long time, and he was so kind, and like, I don't know, I just think so highly of him. And then after the interaction, I realized, I was like, oh, I didn't even get a picture with him, but I didn't even notice because we were talking for so long. But yeah, I met Stephanie.
You're just chill like that.
Yeah, we're just chill like that. Yeah, no big deal. Stephanie was sitting behind me. Q was sitting behind me. Obviously,
you saw Star.
Oh yeah, Christina, Steven, Jeremiah. Oh, Joe was there. David was there. Is that it? Or I mean, that's definitely not it.
I mean,
but
yeah.
That's like all I can remember. There was a ton of people there. Lots of different interactions. Yeah, I guess that's like the highlight reel of my experience.
Didn't you say like basically most people from 48 and 49 have seen our stuff?
Yeah. I'm gonna like throw up. I'm gonna like throw up thinking about that because yeah, a lot of people from 48 and 49 that were at the watch party ended up telling me, yeah, I've seen your clips on TikTok. I've seen the clips from your podcast. I saw you talk about my season. And that like really was crazy because it's like, obviously we put this out there and we know that, maybe some of them will see it, but it was just crazy to think like multiple people there have watched at least our clips on TikTok and like have seen us talk about them in their game. Like they're aware of us. Some more aware than others, but there are a lot of people from 48 and 49 definitely were aware of us.
And here's the thing, I was just gonna say, like, again, going on the fangirl thing, we clock every time like a Survivor player, someone famous, like interacts with our stuff. We see that.
Yeah.
We see that.
Trust.
And we go,
trust.
Oh.
And then we're like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's just weird.
That's crazy.
To see that.
Yeah.
And we started covering Survivor at 48. So
yeah.
And they saw our stuff. It's crazy.
And that was kind of an awesome moment. When I was talking to Teg, she was saying how she started covering stuff during Xander's season. And I was like, wait, that's so cool that like, cause they were like talking whatever. And I was like, wait, that's just so sick. Like they have like this history almost of like, I'm sure him seeing her stuff about his season. And now we have that with 48 players. So it's like Shaheen, I was like, yeah, you were my winner pick. Like that was the first fantasy tribe I've ever had, like whatever. And it was like, dang. And we're going to keep creating this stuff. So it just kind of builds all these
over the years.
Yeah. And that makes me nervous about the fact of like, what if people on 50 are seeing our stuff? Because we know people on 48 and 49 are seeing it. But these are like legends. So I'm not as I'm trying not to expect that they would see it.
Okay, right. But we definitely know that some definitely has seen it. I mean, some of them, like, not to flex, but some of them may or may not follow us. So they definitely do see our stuff, which is scary. But yeah, it's scary to think like, I don't know, like Coach, for example. What's he going to think about about two 20-something-year-olds talking about him on a podcast? I don't know. So yeah, that's definitely scary. Scary thought.
Which Coach was a really sad person not to be there because I would have died.
Yeah.
I probably would have had the same moment I had with Parvati where I had to fan out for a second.
Yeah. Maybe next time. Maybe at the live finale.
Yeah, the live finale. I'll get to reunite with these people and then we'll have our moments with them. It'll be great. It'll be great. So anyways, yeah, I guess that's it. But did you? I feel like you low-key had like a final story to tell, or no? Did you already tell it? I don't think so. I think I might have told everything. Oh wait, actually I have to flex something. Really quick. Okay. So this is so irrelevant, but in our tour we got sorted into houses, kind of like Harry Potter houses. And I just got to tell who's on my house because I was pretty proud. Mm-hmm. It was a blue house. I don't know what the name was, I'll be honest. But I'm in a house with Ozzy. Rob C and Xander. And more people, but I can't remember the other ones, but I was like, dang, okay, that's awesome.
What was like the sorting process?
It was basically just like personality. Like you just look at yourself and decide. So it wasn't like we got like fully sorted, but there was like 4 different options and it was like, which one resonates the most with you? But then, and they picked it too. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Same mentality there. Are you next gen Aussie?
Yeah, I think I might be. I think, yeah. Wait, am I Gen Z Aussie?
Are you a Poly Prissy Pants?
I think I am. Oh, they had drinks at the event too. And it was really cool because they're all named after like things that have been said this season. And I got the Poly Prissy Pants.
No, drink. You didn't.
I did. I have a picture of the menu. It was crazy. But it was really good. Heavy-handed, I must say. But it was great. It was such a fun event. Once again, thank you, Ron Clark, for inviting me. Thank you, Wendell, for your connection to Ron Clark. But yeah. I had a great time. Definitely memorable. Like, that's a fever dream. That's something I'll remember for a long time. And Ava, whenever the next Ron Clark watch party like this is again, you gotta come in town.
Yes, I do. Maybe, yeah, I do. Maybe I'll have a bigger budget next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, for sure. I would love it. Looked sick, so I'm definitely jealous that I wasn't there. But maybe next year. Maybe season 51 when we're on it. together. The duos in danger season.
Yeah, duos in danger season. Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be with our cast. It'll be great. It'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great. But yeah, I guess that brings us to the end of this podcast. Thank you so much for listening along. I hope you enjoyed hearing all the stories and interactions with Survivor players. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. But make sure to like this podcast, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for our weekly recaps of the Survivor 50 episodes. Until then, see ya.
See ya.